Good morning. In my last video, I talked about a quote from Marva Collins, which said that success doesn't come to you, you have to go out and get it. And I said I wanted to delve a little bit more into something that I believe in, which is you have to work smarter, not harder. And it's a concept that I think is very important, and a concept that many people forget. So this is like an additional bonus lesson for you, because it doesn't come in as a daily quote, although I could quote and say, work smarter, not harder. So what does it mean, working smarter, not harder? Well, let me give you an example. I was talking to a client the other day, and she was telling me that she knows people in her company, a very big multinational company, has a base here in Barcelona, and our HR director was telling her that there are directors in that company who are working 16 hours a day plus. They're working so hard that they might get home till midnight, thus meaning that they actually have to FaceTime or Skype their children to say goodnight and to tell them goodnight stories. And my heart nearly broke when I heard that. And the reason is that, the reason should be obvious to anybody. I believe this is selling your soul. The time that we have with our family is precious and cannot be regained. And I don't think it is a good move to give up that precious time to your employer. And I don't think it should be accepted by your employer. I think your employer should be saying, no, that's your time and we value your time with your family. So these people are working harder, but I wonder if they're working smarter. Now, what does working smarter mean? Working smarter means that if you can do things or automate things within your working day, you do it. If you can delegate many of the tasks that you are doing, you do it. That then means that you have more time to do other things within your working day. So I'm going to take this back from business. I'm going to take it back into my personal sort of coaching that I do. One thing that I find quite difficult, I can find difficult, is coming up with ideas to write blog posts. I'm coming up with ideas to create courses, or to create sales pages, or to create content in general. Once I have an idea, I find it very easy to write, but it's coming up with that idea. So I could work harder and write more and spend more hours a day writing, or I could work smarter. And how do I work smarter? Well, there's a thing that you know about, and you've probably bought this on a regular basis, called white labeling. And white labeling is seen in the supermarket industry. You go to Walmart and you see Kellogg's cornflakes. Good brand, British brand, good quality, etc. They sell for, I don't know how much, let's say $4 a box. And then you see Walmart flakes of corn. And you go, that's interesting. Look, similar to Kellogg's. They look similar packaging, but the price is a lot cheaper. Now, does that mean that Walmart have their own cornflake factory and produce cornflakes? No. What does it mean? It means that Walmart enter into a deal with a cornflake manufacturer. Now, it may not be Kellogg's, because I believe Kellogg's say that they do not manufacture cornflakes for anybody else. But they enter into a deal and they say to XYZ cornflake company, You guys produce good cornflakes. We want cornflakes produced in our name. So what do? They produce exactly the same cornflakes and they put them into a box which is with the Walmart brand. But you're getting the same product and you're getting it at a cheaper price. Now, why do companies do this? Well, they know they're going to sell their own brand anyway because people are loyal to brands that they've been loyal to for years. And they also know that there's a further market for Walmart who have their own brand. And it won't hurt their brand because they're actually selling more of the cornflakes. Now, I've seen this here in Barcelona. There's a very big supermarket in Spain called Mercadona, which you may know. And they sell their own branded pizzas. And their brand are maybe $2 a pizza. And the competition are charging $3.50. But see, the interesting thing is, if you look at the own brand pizzas, the white label pizzas, you'll see that they're actually made by the same company. Now, people will argue that perhaps quality is different. Perhaps the quality is not as good of the white label product as of the actual product from the manufacturer themselves or the company themselves. Now, this could be true. Maybe they have 4 flavors in the Mercadona own brand pizzas, and they have 8 flavors in the brand by the actual company who are producing. But you're making a saving. They're basically getting the same product at a more competitive price. Now, Mercadona are working smarter, not harder, as are Walmart, as are Target, as are any of these shops that sell their own branded products. Why? Because you imagine them trying to open a factory, trying to get the right formula, trying to get quality control, trying to get everything that it may be. But the problem with that is that they're going to work for months or years to get the right product, and they're going to waste a lot of time and money because they have to build installations, etc. So they think about it and they say, it's time to work smarter. So they come into this agreement with a company to buy their products and to repackage them. So where does that leave me? Do I actually have my own range of cornflakes and pizzas? No. But I use something, and I haven't told too many people this, I use something online called private label rights. And private label rights are when you buy a product and you can put your name on that product. So I buy a report about goal setting for 2018. I look at the content, I like the content, and then what I do is if the content is really good, I produce the report as is. If the content needs improving, I'll make changes and put it into my voice, my tone of voice. Now, I have just saved myself hours of research, hours of writing, and I've produced a report in half an hour instead of 4 or 5 days. I'm working smarter rather than harder. And there's lots of these private label rights for many things. Now, the problem is that some of the private label rights that are out there are complete crap, I'm sorry to say. They're written on excellent topics, but they're either written by people who have no idea about what they're writing about. They're not experts, they've just gone to Wikipedia and they've written content. Or they're written by non-native speakers. And the problem is that grammatically, the products are really poor, and you have to go and you have to rewrite everything basically. Still, there's some value to it because you get the main outline, the main headings, etc. Now, is this cheating? I don't think it is, because this is what all businesses do. Uh, Richard Branson of the Virgin Group. Um, he runs a train company, an airline company. Uh, he runs a drinks company, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on. But is he actually an expert in all those things? No. He bought these companies and he relabeled them with his logo and his branding. Um, you often get this with electricity companies as well. That the company buys wholesale electricity from another company and sells it under their brand. So they haven't built new power stations. They haven't built new infrastructure. They're just rebranding what they already had. So this is something I want you to think about. I want you to think about, how can I rebrand products? What am I doing in my business? Supposing, let's say you have a Reiki business. What can you do? Well, you could find articles that you could rebrand for Reiki blog posts. You don't have to write them, you just have to rewrite them. You could find courses that have been created by experts and either ask them, can you buy rights to them, or you could look for courses that have rights for you to rebrand and break them up. And there's a lot of this in the self-development. And I found one particular site, my go-to site that I've been a member for a good, 10 years. And they provide these rebranded articles and private label articles and private label reports, etc. And I use these. And because the quality is so good, I just need to change a couple of things. Maybe I just need to change the name of the report. I need to put in a picture, etc. But bam, in 20 minutes, I can produce a report. Now, I'll be honest with you and say that I think over the years, they've developed maybe 100,000 pieces of content. And I have more content than I could actually use in a lifetime. But a lot of the times when I'm looking for inspiration for these videos, I'll have a look, I'll find some content, and then I'll reuse it. So this is a classic working smarter rather than working harder scenario. And I'd like to discuss that more with you. And obviously, if you want to leave a comment, I can, in private, I can tell you my source for this private level content for life coaches and businesses, etc. But I want you to think about that. How, in your current situation, can you work smarter rather than working harder? And you will find that as you work smarter, you actually improve your business rather than when you're working harder. Because working harder, you get burnout, etc. Working smarter, you get more and more things. I'll talk to you in the next video. Have a good day.